and welcome back to another little vlog from me. I worked yesterday, Saturday. Don't normally do Saturdays, but I did yesterday. The benefit of that is that I have Tuesday off, which will be nice. So anyway, today's Sunday and I've got a lot to do. I have been doing a lot since I last spoke to you, and I have in fact finished the picture that I was showing you. But I've popped it in a frame and it needs moving because, well, you'll see. But since I've got to get it back out the frame, I can show you the finished picture, which is nice. I didn't think about it. It would be quite nice to show you how it finished. So in the last video, I showed you the piece I was going to work on. And this is it now that I've worked on it for, how long did I work on it since the last video? Because of the heat, we had a couple of days where we finished work early. So that's a couple of afternoons I wouldn't normally have had. No idea what it is in hours because I spend ages on these things. But this is it now, all finished. I'll move my tools so you can actually see. There. And I really like it. I'm really chuffed with it. The bottom of it isn't done here, but that's because the actual frame hides all of that. And rather than just cut it off, I just wanted to keep it there because it just, I don't know really, just made sense to. But yes, I need to get it into the frame. In fact, I might need to cut it off, to be fair, because I don't know that it's going to go in the frame with that piece on it. I'm going to have to trim a bit. Let's trim. I don't want to accidentally take off too much, do I now? That would be annoying. Okay. Let's have another look. Oh, that's actually pretty perfect. Okay. Itchy nose again. I had an itchy nose in the last one. It's probably my hair. I have noticed with myself, it's like I frame these up and I'm like, ooh, there's a little hair sticking up. Not dramatically so, but then I remind myself it's needle felting. It's not all going to be, if I spent all the time in the world, like making sure everything was absolutely perfect on it, it would end up being so flat and soulless. Why have I got such an itchy nose? It'd be so flat and soulless that I don't know, it would take something out of the picture, because I do like the fact that my pictures so far have had a certain sort of atmosphere about them. All purely fluky. It's not like I've been going, like, trying to... Well, I suppose I have a little bit, but I've just found with the wool, somewhat by accident, that you can create a certain atmosphere with it by not overworking it, and I like that. Anyways, here it is, all framed. My camera is doing some sort of face tracking, which means I'm trying to like hide my face behind the picture so it actually focuses on the picture. But for example, if I try and do this, then it finds me. Yeah, I'm not up here, am I? I'm down here. Hello. Hello, little camera. I'm over here, look. What a palaver. There we go. So much better. So you got the reflection, but anyway, I'm really happy with it. I like it. It has got a certain atmosphere to it. I have added a bit of embroidery down here. So, there, look, with the flowers, which I think is quite nice. It's just an extra something. So I'll pop it down the shop and just see if people like it. But considering it started off as a wet felted piece, that, I mean, it was all right, but it was something and nothing. And again, it was one originally I thought, no, not going to be able to do much with that one. I have in fact created something. And now I'm working on another one, which I'm really... When I did this one, I think I showed it to you the other day. It had a certain amount of... don't know. It felt like a peaceful picture, and I'd only wet felted it. I hadn't done anything else. But it already looked quite sort of dreamy and sort of serene and peaceful. And I've done some more to it, and I think I don't like it as much at all as I did when it was just in its wet formed stage. So I've got to do a bit more on that today. It's this. For example, I absolutely hate this bit. I've got to do something about it. But yeah, I mean, it's not horrendous. It does need a bit doing. I haven't done anything to the foreground yet. I've only really worked on this sort of piece here. But yeah, so I'm working on that today. And no doubt at some point my cat will come and keep me company, as she always does. She does lie in the most awkward of places, that I will say. But I'm sure if any of you got cats, you'd probably find the same problem. But she's nice company, so... that's the one I'm working on today. Try and get that one finished. And then I've got 2 for the shop. Obviously, the weekends is the only time I can get my stuff down to the shop. And I worked yesterday, so that's a bit of a pain. But it was helping someone out because it was their birthday. So yeah, I really was hoping maybe I could run them down to the shop today, but I haven't. I'm not going to get this finished in time. I've got other things I have to do today as well. Oh, so unfortunately, they're not going to get down the shop till next weekend. And it's annoying because if they're not down there, they can't sell, can they? They can't earn any money while it's here. But at the same time, I suppose at least they can't sell out. I mean, not that they can, but I mean, not that they will. It's not like I'm expecting that, but the others have sold really well. So at least if they don't go down till next weekend, it gives me a bit more time to make others, just in case these sell quickly too. But yeah, that's what I'm working on today. Have I got any other news? Yes, actually, I have got other news. My feet have started swelling at the end of a day. Not happy about it. I mean, I'm literally on my feet all day. I got to work at 9 o'clock yesterday, well, a bit before, and I was on my feet until I got home and finally sat down for the first time, because I didn't even have a lunch break yesterday. It was I just worked through. So I sat down for the first time about 6 o'clock last evening. So yes, obviously I was on my feet all day, and it's been pretty warm, but I don't know. It must just be like a getting older thing, but yeah, I wasn't happy about it. I don't like all these things that I'm discovering as I get older. The knees, I can literally hear my knees bending. I was bending them the other night, and it was like I could hear some sort of weird, gristly kind of noise, and I was like, oh, this is not good. I mean, I literally assumed all this sort of side of aging occurred in your 70s and 80s, not your bloody 50s. I wasn't ready for that. Although my hips are feeling a little better. I mean, honestly. I've been doing these exercises. I have to go see the physio, and I think there has been slight improvement. I mean, it would help if I didn't slouch like this and I actually sat upright, which I also keep trying to remind myself. Because if you're anything like me, I hadn't realised how much I slouch. And I hadn't also realised how much... so before taking this full-time job, obviously I worked from home on my art and I was sitting a lot. And I hadn't really realised what an impact sitting a lot would have on me. And I think that's been the problem. So if I wasn't sitting here at my desk, I was sitting at the market. So I think a period of years where I've been mostly sitting has really messed me up. And obviously now I'm on my feet all day, every day at work. Maybe the shock of that is now causing new problems. I don't know. But anyways, it is what it is, isn't it? Got to work, so to put up with it. Nothing really else to tell you. I am going to be working on this one today, with or without the cat at some point. And it's a little cooler. The house isn't. It's lovely outside. It's a nice breeze. But in here it's now 25 degrees and upstairs it's 28. So the house is not cooling at all, which is great, I suppose, when you consider that in the winter the house really holds its heat. But oh my God, in the summer it also really holds its heat. That's about it. That's all I've got to tell you. I'm going to work on this one today, and then I might put a little bit of footage in here of me doing some stuff on it. You might be able to hear my cat. She's currently chewing one of the bags like this. I mean, does anyone else have a cat that chews plastic wrapping? Yesterday, I've got this small roll of bubble wrap. I turned round and off she went with it in her mouth. She'd like grabbed it and ran off with it as if it was like, I don't know, the highest treat ever that she had to run off and sneakily have. What is that about? So you might hear her, she's here. Obviously I'm not going to let her actually eat the plastic. She just sort of chews on it until she's had enough, and she doesn't swallow, she just chews on plastic. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. But yes, I'm going to crack on and get this done, or at least as much of it done as I can. So I will see you soon. If I've got some footage of myself doing this, I will insert it here. And if I've got anything else to say, then I'll be back later. If not, yeah, hope you like them. And see you in the next one. All right. And, if you've got any projects you're working on, whether it's this sort of project, you know, the felted kind, of the 2D kind, of the picture kind even, or sculpture like the meerkat or any other animal or structure or whatever, put a photo of it down below. Let's have a look at your creations and what you're working on, because I would genuinely love to see them. Right, take care and see you soon. Bye.